They are at it again. YouTube and Facebook and X. My account that says I'm running for president, my accounts, plural. My accounts that say I'm running for president have been tampered with yet again by the people over at YouTube. I had all this stuff in my car, and I had to take it out for a second. Charge. Get one of my phones charging while I show you what happened this morning. All right. So this morning they got. I uploaded a different video. It says back on the internet, and I uploaded a video. Go to the account. This video right here. Good morning, everyone. It's 8:59, Tuesday, July 30th, 2024. I'm back on the internet. I canceled my last account because I continued to be hacked. So for a few days, I had to come off of the internet altogether. Get all my so that's the video. And then tablets, phones, disconnected. And then I get up this morning and I have a strike from a video from January 6th of 2024. Yes. Yes. January 6th, 2024. I have a strike. Believe it? It's a video that they already reviewed and didn't give me a strike. These people are so tied in and so connected that they don't want anybody from the regular public to run for president. So I have this card. Some people look at it with a card. Yeah, because I have a sign on this side, a sign on that side, a sign in the front. And they hate it that a regular, everyday American is running. Who is they? They are the capitalists. The capitalists, a lot of them work in our Congress. Excuse me. The capitalists when I was out, I passed out a lot of these. That's a really bad glare. Really bad glare. With my issues and my contact information. But at the bottom where it says approved by Golda for president, I ran out of these and I have to make more. I have to get more ink and print more and cut them up. Because I'm going to be going to different states. And, but this morning I got a strike for, I'm trying to get the thing now to show you. Oops, video. I'm not going to play it, but I got a strike for this. Please tell me why I wake up July 31st, 7:29 a.m. Come on. 7:30 a.m. Why I wake up and a video that I got from YouTube that's still playing on YouTube. January 1st, 2024. Are they telling me I have a strike? I got this video from YouTube. Okay, guess what I'm talking about. So, let me just fast forward. They replace that person with another elitist. Please go out and vote for me. I'm going to finish doing my registration with all the states to let them know I am a write-in candidate, and I will be doing a video. I will be doing a video to let you guys know. Good morning. How are you? This is her sister, Golda. Let me have him give you a call back because I don't know. And is it 1322? Is this a good number? It's 908-753-6210 and extension is 1404. 1404. And what is your name, please? Yeah. Priya. Okay. All right. I'll see if I can reach him now. Okay. Yes, it'd be good. I've been trying to reach him like since a week, but I have to be because it's degrees because haven't called me. Okay. I'll try to. I don't know if the number I have still works, but if not, I leave a message with my sister because he's over her house a lot. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye. This lady. So that is what happened. And I'm not going to play it here because right now I can't play it on my other channel. I can't play it on my other channel. And I can't even log on to my other channel. I think they said 24 to 72 hours. It's fine. It's not an issue. My problem is that you're seeing, literally seeing what they're doing to me and my channel. Simply because I'm running for president of the United States. I don't understand what the issue is. In America, we still have a choice. In America, we still have a choice. Now, the reality is we haven't had a choice for a very, very, very long time because the choice was pick Democrats or Republicans. Republicans or Democrats. But we have a choice to pick someone else. We do not have to keep voting for these people. We don't want Trump. We don't want Kamala. And in that last video that I showed you that says I'm back because I had to change internet service and this, I spoke about Kamala Harris Imhoff, the Jewish prime minister whom she wrote a stern letter about, but she two-faced it. He has an open pocketbook, weapons, war, money on us when Kamala Harris is the president of the United States. Do you think that she was made the president by accident. This was by design. I'm going to find that video that I made. And I said that Joe Biden was going to pretend to get sick and back out because he wasn't going to run again. So it looks like, oh, look what we did. They picked their heir apparent from Obama, who picked Biden. Biden, who picked Kamala. Kamala will pick the next one. We never have a say in who is the president of this United States. We only have a say in who they say we can pick. That is not what the United States Constitution says. And the more airplay I get, this guy is always walking up and down. It's like he ain't got no place to live. With them headphones on. I wonder what he listening to or who he listening to. Anyway, I'm not invested in it. I don't really care. But the reality is, why? The reality is we don't have to continue with these people. That's the reality. And that's the point that I'm trying to get to as I look for my brother's phone number, which I can't find. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is at all. That's a shame. We don't have to keep voting for these people. Really? That's strange. I'm sorry. Let me unblock. Because I never blocked my sister. Not that I remember. Maybe I did. Hell. But anyway. All right. I'm going to go, but just I am a regular person. I'm a regular American, and I'm running for president of the United States. This is what we do, and you guys keep picking them. The more you keep picking them, the less you're going to have an opportunity to know what's going on, to have somebody represent you. All right, I'm going to go because I'm trying to multitask. But I just wanted to put that out there. Like, why are you so upset and obsessed with me? And nobody's really even watching. And to make it so bad, really no one is even watching my channel. I'm being seen because I'm going out there. I'm not being seen because they're watching my channel. Now, it doesn't hurt that it's on my channel. It doesn't hurt. But the reality is, we have another choice, people. I got to cut this video down because I've been doing other stuff and back and forth. And I just wanted you all to see this is what they have done. This is what they've been doing. All right. So, I don't know what his number is. And I don't know why, because I just called him. They so busy erasing my shit, they didn't erase my brother's phone number out my phone. Because it's not in either one of my phones. I do have a third phone. Maybe it's in there. Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking for book. It's a doctor's office called the doctor's office. I was looking for his phone number or to just at least give you the message that should you call again, maybe it's on this one. Yeah, 1 second. Um, 1 second. I'm on YouTube. I don't want to put his number on YouTube. I just put it in my phone. As you tell me what it is. Hello? 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 14, 14. Oh, yeah, 1404. All right, so she said give her a call. Because she said the last number. She didn't have it. I'm getting my money. I ain't even wait till Sunday. I'm going at 1 o'clock. Go wow, I my shit. Well, I need some gas real bad, so I don't want to wait. I'm getting enough to get down, probably $700. Wow. But I do need some, I don't get them. What? What, Mom? So you went right. All right, it's gonna be early though. But, well, not crazy early, but I'm talking like maybe 8:30, the latest time. All right, I'll call you. All right. New contact. How many times can I say this number in my phone? Say the motherfucker now. Put it in this phone. Contacts. Create new contact. Everyday regular Americans have everyday regular lives and do everyday regular things. So that's why I don't hide myself or what I do or the things that I do or the things that's going on in my life. These same things go on with the Democrats and the Republicans. And until they want to tell on each other to get you to vote for one of the other parties, you never hear about it. But they do their laundry, they cook their food, they run for president, and they put their friends in. And so I can never blame the Democrats or the Republicans that Americans don't want to vote for someone like me, a regular, everyday person. I get the dumbest shit said to me. You're going to be by yourself in the White House. Why would I be by myself in the White House? What about the war? What about the war? If you're satisfied right now with what's going on with the war, then keep voting for the same people. But what y'all want to do is get mad and shoot them. That's not the American way. If you get mad at somebody, you can not watch me. You can disregard this and not vote for me. You don't have to get angry. You don't have to get mad. You don't have to get mad at Kamala. You don't have to get mad at Donald Trump. You don't have to get mad at Joe Biden. Get mad at yourself. Get mad at yourself. Because you are the one who continually goes out there and votes for these people that mean us no good. They mean us no good. Y'all think these people are special and that they got everything locked up? They only got stuff locked up because we aren't voting like we're supposed to be. Because we keep voting for them. Because we keep letting them tell us we can only vote for them and who they pick. And that's not how it is. That's not true. But if you don't vote for other people, hey, listen. You're going to keep that same old that you've been had. It smells so good. You're going to keep the same people that you had that keep running. And then they're going to tell you who's next. But Netanyahu got an open pocketbook with Kamala Harris. So those of you who don't want Kamala Harris, those of you who don't want Kamala Harris because they're trying to pass her off as a black woman, they already shut down my channels on Facebook and on Facebook and YouTube. I had a vote for Golda for president, and they already shut those down. That's Mark Zuckerberg, and that's Elon Musk. The only reason for them to do anything to shut me down is because people are paying attention. It's because people are watching. And more importantly, it's because people agree with me. People want something different. I want something different. It's not hard to run the presidency of the United States. When I said I was running for president. I didn't expect anybody in my family to support me. I didn't expect anybody that knows me to support me. But I asked them anyway. The only person in my family supporting me is my brother Booker T. Why not your family? Well, why not your family? Because most of the time, your family knows you, or they think they know you. And so therefore, they see in their mind, I'm still little Golda Harris. I'm still the little sister. They have no idea what I've been doing with my life, because I've been working, being a community activist, raising my children. Who does she think she is, talking about she running for president of the United States? I'm doing what you guys should do. I'm doing what a lot of Americans are doing. Participating in our democracy. Not complaining about it, not bitching about it. What is the problem with me running is because people have heard, people have seen, and people are interested. And that is not what they want. Who are they? They are the capitalists. The capitalists that run our country. The capitalists that we keep voting for. All right, I got to cut this video down. I mean, I have to edit the video and take out the parts that don't need to be seen. But we got to do better. I just never thought they would try the little antics that they're trying on my other channel. It's not a channel that I need. But it is a channel that has a lot of evidence on it. But I've downloaded those videos, and if I haven't, I definitely want to go and download all of them now. At least the ones from, I got to go see what I think I'll just do January through, today's date. But I'll start with the last 3 months. Because they've seen something on there. I don't know why they went back and got that January 6th video and used it to give me a strike. If you get 3 strikes, you know, they cut your channel down or something like that. But let me see what the, because what they do is they send you, I know you guys can still see me now. I didn't realize that before. Back on the internet, July 30th. Okay, that's a little weird. And I'm not even in the right channel. All right, let me go here. Get to this channel. Golda for President 2024. It's like I didn't clean these glasses. Okay, so they didn't even give me an email. Oh, you know what? It's not on Golda for President. I'm sorry. It's on Sensible Conversations with Golda. That's what it's on. Now that kicked me out and put me back in again. Why? I didn't even open this up. Yeah, so it should be here. All right, on this first one. Yesterday, I was watching a video from March 1st with Jane Parnell. She is the monitor for the Edna Man Correctional Facility, the women who were, okay, that's me there. This is me. Report a spam. Back on the internet. Yeah, I don't even see the other one, so they haven't done it yet. I have my videos coming to my YouTube channel. Excuse me, coming to my email. And this is me right now, live. And they haven't sent me the email for all right, let me get out of here because child, I'll be messing with these emails ever. All right, where is it? Close this tab. Close that tab. Live streaming. I'm back. All right, so I just wanted to stress and say, I'm going back out there and I'm going to be hitting the road. So you'll see this. You're going to see that, and you're going to see me. And I hope people think that, or I hope they realize I am not playing when I say I'm running for president of the United States. These are the states that are left for me to get my name on the petition. I don't know if I will be able to get my name on the petition, but these are the states that are left. Some of the dates are August 1st, so they've passed, or August 2nd. This is my handout, my flyer that I'm going to be handed out. I have to make copies of it. And I'm out there. I don't care. I also have one without the picture. So you might, when I run out of these, then it's these. It's the ones without the picture, but it says the same thing. And this is the picture I put up. I'm trying to see if I can get a CONUS, which is the date, which is the is $60 to $350 for travel. If I can get my name on 20 of these that are left, I can be on the ballot, and then I can pay people for their travel, for food, something related to helping me with the campaign. But you all are out there so much, and you've all got these preconceived notions about who can run and who cannot. Think about it for 1 second. Think about an American like you with the same support that they have. Okay. Think about it. The same support that they have in the White House. The only difference is everybody else is still going to be taken care of. The only difference is you now have someone with your interest on your level, with your morals, to take care of you. with experienced people behind me, working for me, working with me. Do you really think that if I were the president, Congress was shut down in a protest? No. Do you think the courts would fall apart and order me not to be the president? No, they can't. They can't do it. If you Americans, excuse me, pick me up, that was a yarn. If you Americans pick up my information and send my videos out and see how my name is spelled, Golda, D is my middle initial, Harris. I'm gonna register it that way. I'm gonna register it as Golda Harris, and Golda for president. Like, if Americans support Americans, we don't have to worry about this foolishness. It would only be for 4 years, but for 4 years, I could include us. I could include us. For 4 years, I could work with the prime ministers and sheiks, the presidents, the monarch of other countries, and let them know this is where we are as Americans. What you do with your country is your business, but when it affects our way of life and when it affects our republic, then we need to come have a meeting of the minds, because these people that are coming from the other countries, they are not going to stop coming to your country or my country, any other country that's safe for them. That's where they're going to go. And it's going to come to a head, and there's going to be an internal civil war between those that are here and those that are trying to get here and push the other ones out. It's going to happen. It's not a doomsday message. It's the reality of it. You can only build up, but so far, you've seen the other countries. They live right on top of each other, right on top of each other, right on top. And then they just build up. We don't live like that, pack rats, in America, most of us. And we don't want to. You let your people go in your country and have all these babies, but you don't give them any right, you don't give them any assistance, and they come here, and we are paying for them. And then they come here again, and they take our jobs that they claim we don't want because it's not a living wage. Realistically, a person that is working in the United States that's making $7.50 an hour to $10 or $12 an hour cannot rent an apartment. Why are you hiring these people at that amount? The other jobs they took and they sent overseas, especially if it's a telephone. You can't get a person to speak English. And I'm all about free enterprise, but not free enterprise at the expense of Americans and those immigrants who came here and have been here. One lady said, when I was at the New Brunswick train station, she said something smart to me. I said, well, yeah, your kind did it. Oh, I've been here after 40 years. If you are still a migrant after 40 years, yes, I'm talking to you. But why are you in America for 40 years and you haven't gotten in line and went to the embassy and became an immigrant, a legal citizen? That makes no sense. So she's a legal immigrant. So I said, fine. So you've been here 40 years. You have your papers. So they want to replace you too. Anybody that has their papers, whether it is, and now the United States Supreme Court is getting rid of green cards, and they're getting rid of green cards for spouses. That's Trump, and that's Kamala Harris, that's Biden. And you don't want me for president? I don't have a problem with people coming to the country. What I have a problem with is y'all gaming the system. That is my issue. You're going to get in line and you're going to wait. So me as president, I'm going to put you on a cruise for 2 to 3 years of my administration. And I'm going to work with the other countries in NATO that we have trades with, NAFTA. I'm going to work with them to see how we can divvy up the people that are in everybody's country illegally and get them to come in on the cost where they have trade agreements with their people, with the people from other countries. They're going to have to start charging them. And that's how we're going to pay to house all these people, put them in the sea, unless there's a storm. If there's a storm or a storm coming, you go to port and just wait until it's past. Nobody's going to be at risk. But you know, some cruises take 2 years. And during those 2 years, you'll be schooled. You'll learn how to speak the language of the country that you want to go to, right? So if you want to come to America, you'll learn how to speak English. You'll learn why we get vaccinated. You'll learn about the oath that you have to take. You'll learn about the democracies in any country that you decide to go to. So this is why this will be a shared thing. And this gives people a chance that are living in communist countries to come and go to another country. Everybody don't want to come to America. That might surprise you. Everybody doesn't want to come here, but they come here and they escape here to escape what's happening in their country. And I'm not mad at them for that. Why are we still doing so much business with those countries? We got to get away from our dependency on those other countries that are communist countries. Or if they're a democracy and they're abusing their citizens, why are we doing business with them? Do we need something from them so much that we have to do business with them? See, this is all about money. And another thing that people don't like is, see, that in Switzerland, those Swiss banks, they don't have to report to anyone. And that's why they couldn't find the money for Joe Biden. They can't find some of the money for Trump. They can't find the money for any of these people that have been in politics, because the Swiss bank and silent partners. So only the judge knows who the silent partners are, right? Because of non-disclosure agreements, NDAs. Let me cut this video up. But this is what's going on. This is not because a video that YouTube authorized, already authorized. This is not because of that. They already reviewed it, and they already if I'm not mistaken, this is the same video that they gave me a strike on, and then they took the strike off. If I'm not mistaken. Let me just see before I log out real fast. YouTube strike. Removed your content. January 7th, removed your content. Removed your content. Yeah, I have January 7th, January 4th, January 7th, and then April 20th, they removed the video about the fire, even though they're letting everybody else show that one. So they gave me a warning on April 20th. But on January 4th, it says we removed your contact. Right, let me take a screenshot of this, because this is the same exact video. And then I put the appeal in. I won the appeal, because it said what to do next. And then if I go to YouTube strike, if I go to January 7th, our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates our violent or graphic content policy. We remove the following video. And then that's what it says. So I put in an appeal, and I put Ray, second appeal of same video, harassment and other protected liberties and rights / notice of intent to sue, January 7th, 2024. Good afternoon, YouTube, Google, and the public at large. To 1600 Amphitheater Parkway, Mountain View, California, 94043. Phone number is 650-253 0000. To Google LLC, doing business as YouTube. They're also Alphabet Company, so I should have put that. 901 Cherry Avenue, San Bruno, California, 94066. Fax number 650-253-0001, because I also faxed this same thing to them. Attached, please find 15 screenshots. you will find that this video was already submitted for an appeal. I won the appeal, and it was reissued to me with no warning or strike on my channel, then released to me to put back on YouTube. For some reason, you have given me another warning and removed the exact same video for the exact same reason for a second time. I am, of course, appealing again. The content is not violent or offensive. Neither is my opinion or using expletives. None of my videos are for anyone under 18, and my channel was clearly created with this way initially over 3 years ago. And it is marked that way in the description, even though I am not obligated to do so. I put that in my videos, that some profanity. I'm not obligated to even put that in there because, like, there's someone named Chloe Blake. She's 17. She's not on the What's Your Calm channel. She's on the Vote for Golda channel. So that doesn't have, there's some, but not nowhere near as much profanity. And because sometimes I upload a video from Sensible Conversation, so it might be a curse word or two in the video, but mostly no curse words. So I don't know how she's able to even access my channel. She must be using someone else's account, or it's like I said, she's really an adult and is just monitoring my channel and blocking my videos from the inside for YouTube. Somebody else used to do that too. I have done this on my own to alert sensitive audience members and those with small children that could be present or in the area when my videos are being played, that they should not play the video when there are minors or either people who are sensitive in the room. However, I have no obligation to monitor what is going on in someone else's home, and it is not my obligation to tell anyone when to watch or listen to any of my videos. When, where, and or if someone chooses to click a button to watch or listen to one of my videos is their personal choice. You do not need to restrict any of my videos because my entire channel is set up so that no one can access it unless they are 18 years of age or older. Both of my channels are set up that way. You are illegally blocking a video that you already said can be released, and I am suing you for censoring me. That is illegal in the state of not just the state of New Jersey, but in the United States. We have a First Amendment freedom of speech. We can voice our opinions without somebody saying, we're going to stop that. So if you're going to do that, then you and your company are going to personally be liable. Even though that's where you were born, you are illegally censoring my channel. This is America, not Russia, India, or Germany. You are not in a third world country, even though that's where you were born. However, you must follow the laws and rules here in America. When I am president of the United States in 2024, I will see to it that YouTube and all its Google companies, etc., follow the law. And then I have 15 what is it called? The screenshots to show how I put the appeal in, and YouTube. Oh, this thing is so small. YouTube strike. April 30th, January 7th. Okay, so you guys can't see. This is what I just read. This is the same video. Oh, geez. Come on. Okay? We've reached a decision on your appeal. So they let me put the video back. This is the video. I'm trying to show right here. This is that same video. Oh, it's not coming in at all. January 7th. This is it. Come on. We've reinstated your content. If your appeal was for a warning, you'll be allowed another warning in the future. If your appeal was for a strike, we've removed the strike against your channel. That's what I'm trying to show you. But for some reason, it will not come in. But that's okay. It's here. How does it affect your channel? So they gave me a strike and they removed it. Why are you reviewing my channel, my other channel, and that I don't even advertise on this platform, and giving me a strike so that I can't make videos? Certain videos I know when I'm going to say a certain thing, I don't make it on on this platform because I'm running for president of the United States. So I wouldn't make it on this platform. But I'm trying to find the one where I had the attachments. Okay, so there's two. There's this one that says, we reviewed your appeal and we determined that it did violate that's the first one. And then if I scroll up after I put the appeal in, after taking another look, we can confirm that your content does not violate our violent or graphic content policy. It's not even my video. You let another man put this video. Since this, another person has made a YouTube video with that same video. The same exact video. Why are you on my channel again giving me a strike because I made a video about Kamala Harris, Imhoff? Why? I am allowed to run for president of the United States. And I always say to people, my name is Golda D. Harris. No relationship to Kamala Harris and no shade. I just don't want you to think it's nepotism because they always hire within their group. And I say that when I'm out there with my bullhorn and I'm saying, we're not related. She's not a black woman. Is that what upsets you? I'm proud to support an Asian American woman. And that is what she is, an Island Pacificer Asian woman. She's not black like me. You put her picture next to mine, and you will not see two black women. You will not. She will never be treated or looked at as a black woman to anybody in America. I don't care that her father is from Africa. And this is the problem that the people who didn't want, what's his name? President Obama in there. They didn't care that he was raised by a white family. Neither did I. I don't care who raised him. But that his father was from Africa. That's the thing that bothered him. And that's why they had the birther claims. But his mother is an American. And any woman in America can go anywhere and get pregnant. That's not what happened in Kamala's case. Her parents were not here. Her parents migrated here. And then she was born here. And so this is the problem that they had with Vivek Ramaswamy. His parents migrated here. And then he was born here. It's the same thing with Kamala. But you all out there losing your minds. This woman is not for people in America if you have not made it to the upper echelon of society. And if you have made it there and you can't maintain it and you can't stay there, you'll come back down with us. But there's nothing the matter with being poor. Everybody in the world can't be filthy rich. But everybody in America and most parts of the world that have a democratic system set up, or whatever government system they have set up to help their people, everybody should be able to just live a normal, regular life and not be in strife and poverty and oppression. That's not too hard to ask for. So we'll see what they do with the strike, because I'm really trying to get that part to come in where it says we reviewed it. Yeah, let me see if I can get it. After, yeah, right at the top, right there. After taking another look that your content does not violate our violent or graphic content policy, we can confirm. Thank you for your patience. So, but the thing is, why are you doing it? See, there's a peak view, even with my views. Might say 2 people viewed my. How is it that 2 people viewed the video? One is me, but it's got 4 comments from 4 different people. Like you lost a few subscribers. So what? Am I gonna cry because I lost a few subscribers? My initial purpose is I was put in prison for crimes I didn't commit. And it was suggested to me by my therapist that I do something constructive with my time to help me heal. And so that's what I did when my therapy sessions ended with her, after being with her for a year and some months. I had to get back out there, reacclimate myself. This was in 2019, 2020. It's 4 years later. Very outgoing person, very outspoken person. But when you go to prison and you're assaulted and you're physically assaulted and you're sexually assaulted and you're mentally assaulted, it makes you look at people differently. It makes you look at the world differently, and you kind of lose yourself in your space. So I had to get that back. I had to get back to who I was and who I am. And I wasn't at that time. So I made these videos. There's a second reason I make the videos as well that has to do with business, things that I want to do, and my long-term plan. But in my short-term plan, that was the purpose for it. I've hid nothing from anybody except for what is private, and that will stay private to me. I don't ask you to put your private stuff and your private business out on YouTube. That's your choice if you decide to, and then people have a comment about it and you don't like it. Nothing I said in that video was offensive. It's true. It's what that man that was doing that he was Indian. That's how they grew up. That's how we grew up. Now, it's not done anymore, mostly, but it wasn't seen as something that you could call graphic or violent or abusive. That was just a regular old ass whooping. That's all that was. And we grew up and we went to work. We got an education. We went to college. We were fine. It just gave those of us who thought we were going to be undisciplined, it just gave us discipline. You can't raise a child with no discipline, with no consequences. It's going to come back to harm you or bite you. Or you're going to keep them in a box and they're going to be shy and an invert. And a lot of times they hold aggression and then they wind up being a violent act, killing those close to them. You can't do it. You got to let people live, especially if they're seeing other people live and they're an invert and they're like, well, I want to do that. But, that's kind of how I felt when I was incarcerated. And, I want to do this. I know I have a right to do this, but I'm going to be retaliated against. And so I was so combative when I was incarcerated because of that. It's like if I breathe, they don't like me. If I stand up at the door, I'm being called a name. Oh, you still alive. You made it through the night. This is the stuff that I had to go through on almost a daily basis. And I just reacted to my environment. And it wasn't a nice time. So I know how people feel. I know what people think when they go through that. But you can't turn that on other people. You can't turn it on yourself, but you can't turn it on other people. You got to go to therapy. You got to get some help. And so if I had not been incarcerated for crimes I didn't commit, I would have done this sooner. But it's strike after strike after strike after strike against me to not be an independent presidential candidate. And I'm telling you, you hurting yourself. If you're Indian, if you're Native American, and you belong in the country, y'all hurting yourself by not voting for me. You're not hurting me by not voting for me. I'm running for us. They say they're running for you as if they're not going to gain anything. And that's a damn lie. They're gaining everything. And that's why they only want people from their clique that they picked, that went to their schools, that worked in the Senate, and that worked in the government, another government, because you know what to do when you get there. Like that despicable Representative Jasmine Crockett. That woman has been lying to the people in Texas. And she's letting illegal migrants come in and vote. I got the paper to show you because people are so, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, we love her. She's the next hottest thing. Okay. Like that doesn't upset me. If you're in your state and you make Jasmine Crockett your representative after she passed HR 192, she voted against it. Her and all of the other Democrats, a few Republicans, they voted against it. But the whole bill is a sham. I don't know where it's at right now. Yes, I do. I know this video is an hour, but I'm going to cut it down. Oh, my hips. Oh. I'm going to try to cut it down to 20 minutes or a half hour because it don't really matter because y'all not watching it, right? I know it's being watched. And I know who's watching it. Okay, here's the clipboard that I took. I took this clipboard out with me because see, certain people watched it and then they said, the hell with her. Nobody's paying her no mind. It doesn't matter who she is or not. We don't care because nobody's checking for nothing she doing. But then my video got out and somebody looked at it and I campaigned and somebody said, hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, in New Jersey, I was supposed to get my paper notarized. That might not be the paper. And I forgot. Back in April, I was supposed to get it notarized. But I was so busy with them, the eviction and them putting me out and the this and the that. It's my fault. I completely and totally forgot. So when I went to turn in on my signatures that I got, none of these signatures counted. I also was supposed to get 15 electors. And I forgot. See, and one of the reasons is I signed this one. And then I'm like, fine. I'll get to the other ones later. And then all of that other stuff happened. And, you have to have electors. And I know this. I read it. I read it in January. And I read it again in March. I have to have 15 electors. And then they have to sign. An oath or whatever it is that they're going to sign. Certificate of acceptance to be signed by the candidate. That's for me. They have to sign their paperwork. And I have a vice president now, subject to change. But I have a vice president. So I had, one person that signed it to be my elector. Um, but I just completely forgot. And then the elector, they have to do a declaration and get it notarized. So this is the process. It's short. It's when you're the top tier candidates, you don't have to do all of this because it's kind of taken care of with the committee and the DNC. So I was turned down when I went petition check off sheet list for the general election, with my information. And she wrote down, the reason why and this is just saying I can't be on the ballot. This is not saying I can't run for president. My affidavit and all the stuff that I forgot right there at the bottom. I'm so upset with myself, because all of these people who and more who wanted me to run for president of the United States, I do apologize to all of you. See, they were signing me up. They were going to do it, and it just is what it is. I was out there with my flyer, and if people wanted to know what my issues were, here's some of my issues. If people wanted to know about me personally, here's this. Here for Americans, my mission statement. See, this is what I handed out, and I was supposed to have that paper signed as I handed the paper out. What I've done, the company, the projects that I did through my company, GDH Processing Express, it's right here, GDHPE. My clients that I represented in the cases that I won in the years that I won them, back to 2007. So I did it based on what division it was in. And I probably should have put 2007 under that. But I won all these cases. I won the cases. Here's my other company. Well, this is a branch underneath my company, Generic Flowers Projects, stuff that I started working on in 2019 as I was rebuilding my life. So you don't know about somebody unless you get out there and you ask. And then the petition for electors for president and vice president, and I have that information too. But to go back to what I was saying, with Jasmine Crockett office telling me the bipartisan resolution has not been voted on in the Senate, and DC's non-voting law has gone into effect. This is right here at my finger, because I had people question me. And starting at the top of this paragraph, it says backlash to the DC Act was swift, including among Democratic policymakers. Mayor Bowser expressed opposition by withholding her signature on the act, something she has done only a handful of times over the course of her tenure. Even the Washington Post editorial board opposed the bill, writing that voting is a fundamental right of citizens. On February 9th, 2023, 260 members in the House voted in favor to block the enactment of the DC Act. $260. It sounds good, doesn't it? The resolution received bipartisan support, with 42 Democrat members voting with the Republicans. However, this bipartisan resolution has not been voted on in the Senate, and DC's non-citizen voting law has gone into effect. What are you talking about, Golda? What non-citizen voting law? They voted it down. If you look at HR 192, they voted it down. The Democrats wanted it to go in, and some of the Republicans and Democrats did a NV or no vote. But that bill failed. No, this is the bill on the final vote.
that tells you 52 Democrats joined 210, 260 votes altogether. But look, 143 said no, and Jasmine Crockett and others are in that one. Look over here at the no votes. 7 Republicans, 18 Democrats. When you are a no vote, that means you're letting it go through. So I'm putting you in with the no's. And then it lists their names. I'm not coming to you telling you things that I don't know. Oh, lady, you must be confused. No, I'm not confused at all. I'm not confused at all. I print on the front and the back because you're using up my paper. I got all the names of who voted yes, who was a no vote. I got it right here. So when I'm out there telling you that they allowed migrants to establish a residence and then they can vote, this was removed from this. It is supposed to say this. And you can go to congress.com and pull up the same information that I pulled up. H.R. 192, to prohibit individuals who are not citizens of the United States from voting in the election in the District of Columbia, and to repeal the Local Resident Voting Rights Act, Amendment Act of 2022. Look what this says. To prohibit individuals who are not citizens of the United States from voting in elections in the District of Columbia. They took off the rest of this. And that's why the Senate, when it went to them in an omnibus bill, they said, no, we're not going to touch it because we have dignitaries. We have illegal migrants there that we need to vote for us to keep us in our seats in Congress. Why? Because Washington, D.C. is not a state. So they have separate elections and everything from us. They don't even fall under the same election rules in Washington, D.C. They don't even fall under the same rules to be monitored in Washington, D.C. Y'all think this means nothing? Every Republican who voted no on this is just as much at fault as these people. Excuse me. Because this is the original HR 192. You see? It was this. They removed it. So you need the Democrats and the Republicans to pass the bill together. So in the states, because they took off the second part, in the states where people need, that's what the no votes are for. That's what the no votes are for. In the states where there's migrants, you get a no vote. In the states where, like Texas, where there's a lot of migrants, that's what this vote is saying. And what they do in Washington, they're already doing it in California. They're already doing it in New Mexico or the Washington state or both. But you sure you don't want me as your president? Because see, I don't have a problem with people coming to this country, but you gotta make the line. You gotta make the line. Because all the people that went and got in line, they can't be processed. Ain't nowhere for them to go because you here. So they say, hell, why should I get in line? These people coming over here and crying the blues and getting rights, federal rights granted to them in TPS status, temporary protective status. They're able to work. They're able to do all the things that we want to do, and they don't have to get in line through immigration, which takes 7 years. Please don't be fooled, people. Please don't be fooled. Please don't be fooled. So when I spoke to Representative Chelsea from Representative Jasmine Crockett's office, oh, it hasn't gone to the Senate. It's not a bill in the Senate. Lady, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. When they finish in the House, it goes right to the Senate, and it's assigned a number. It's assigned a bill. They decide to take the bill up, or they decide not to take the bill up, which is why I can't find the number of the bill. But it was in the Senate. They had to consider it, lady. It goes through committees before they decide to take a final vote on it. So please stop telling me that Congress didn't have this when I called her on one of my other videos. But again, she didn't have an attitude and she was nice. This is our country. This is our home that we're talking about, having the ability to live safely. If you replace the American population with people that don't have to be the same or exact, similar values and morals as the people that live in this country, people from other countries are going to come here and do what they did in their country. So all of you who came here as immigrants 40, 30, 20 years ago, and now you done had babies and your kids or in their 30s and their 40s and 20s, this applies to y'all. You're not considered an illegal migrant. May 23rd, 2024, they did this and nobody said anything. You would think that every Republican would say, well, we passed this, but they took out this part. They should be screaming at the top of their lungs. This is something that you can use to come back against Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, who blocked the way so that nobody else could run, right? I don't mean people like me. I mean the other people that have some recognition. They had no caucuses because I said in my other video, the purpose is Joe Biden will run or get in office, and then he will pretend to be sick, and on him by default it's Kamala. I told y'all that. Let me put this in this video. I'm going to chop a lot of this video up, and you're not even going to see a lot of this stuff. Review my channel. Manage videos. Now let's see if I can find it. Oh wait, this is supposed to be on my channel. Videos. I made this video a long time ago and I don't even know. How can I look it up? See, this is supposed to be your videos, right? Joe Biden. If these are my videos, why are they bringing up other bullshit? Hold on a second. Oh, you know what? I can't do that. Damn. Okay, that's this. So what I want to do is go here. And I said before that I was going to try and find this thing. And I didn't do it. Filter on. Uh, description. Oh, title views. Description. Okay, that's the video that's on there now that people are upset with. Okay, why endure this? Come Queen La and Juicy Jesse. Edited and reposted. I believe I made this. Ooh, I don't have a date. Oh, this is back when I was doing the what is that part? Putting it in there so you know exactly where to go. And I don't have a date for this video. I mean, I do. I just don't know what date it is right now. Let me see. The rise of the pandemic, which cost the election. Congress not agreeing with Trump to pay Americans more $7. President Joe Biden is a racist. Joe Biden recalling Senator Joe Biden saying Negro children were like roaches. President Joe Biden said Negroes were animals who turned the streets into a jungle, along with Senator James O. Eastland. Senator Eastland, Judiciary Chairman, and then Senator Biden made a plan to put black people in zoos, i.e. prisons. KKK racism was at a very high rate at that time. President Bill Clinton amends / funds the Biden Senate crime bill in 1994, addressing ridding sentencing disparity, so as white men had to be sentenced the same as black and brown or poor people. That's what Bill Clinton did in 1992, after Joe Biden had voted the bill in with everybody else in Congress. Um, Joe Biden said Delaware was a proud slave owning state. Now this is a video that I numbered number 92. Why endure this? And this is at 6 minutes and 12, introducing Come Queen La Imhoff. Vice President Kamala Harris hyphen Imhoff is not black. Now I have a 1 under here for the footnotes, because so the things that I'm saying are not the things that were from me. They're just things that I'm quoting. I believe I was quoting. Oh, where is it? I had a footnote here. Okay, but the chain of command in the White House is surreal. One married Donald Trump, became the First Lady of the United States. One married a rich elite Jewish businessman. He's actually a lawyer, and became the Vice President of the United States. Vice President Kamala Harris Imhoff, Jewish husband, becomes the vice president if she dies unexpectedly. In case you've mistaken my tone and intent, please don't put down another American that is poor, or Americans, and it should say that are poor. Homeless, that is poor, homeless, on drugs, alcoholics, uneducated, undereducated, poor class, working class, or middle class. Please stop with the labels. No American should have to endure this. And when we elect a Congress who will pay us our reparations and subsidy checks that we worked and paid the government to do for us, the credits. So it has a number one behind it, because what I'm saying these things, there's a number one, because that is the Honorable Judge Joe Brown. So I'm quoting him on the things that I'm saying. And then there's a part of his video that I'm showing you where he's saying it. The Equality Act became the anti-lynch bill when Senators Cory Booker and Kamala Harris took it up in the Senate to make a name for themselves in Congress, arguing with Republicans. So there's nothing new about the Equality Act. The Equality Act was the anti-lynch bill that was annotated. Because in my other video, remember I said you don't actually change a bill, you add on to it, as long as what you add does not change what was originally there. And that's the difference between an amendment and an annotation. An annotation is added. It can be retroactive, or it can be effective as of a particular date, or it will just be going forward, effective going forward. So at 4 minutes and 42 seconds, I say, never say you don't know what happened when questioned by the federal police. Don't say that. That is a trap. Don't even give them their name. Say, I want an attorney. Never speak to a federal agent. It is a trap. The senators, the judges, and the prosecutors got cute and gave themselves prosecutorial immunity so they could entrap criminals. I don't mind them catching criminals, but you're not supposed to entrap a criminal. But they do. But they entrap innocent people too, ruin their lives and families, and they don't care. Because of this, black people sacrificed themselves and started to kill anyone who wasn't black. The white man, scared of his own handiwork that he created the Crime Bill of 1972 and its subsequent amendments. Greedy for money and power, our government introduced drugs into our society, then opened our borders. So this video, which let me copy it. This video, number 92, Why Endure This, was made December 21st of 2022, almost 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago. What's on this channel? Yeah. Now this video doesn't have a strike, so I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put it in my comments right now. And the date on this video is, I said December, what? Was it the 23rd? 2022? Damn, gonna forget the date that fast. Go back and look it up. At least I know what video I'm looking for. Number 92. I have two video number 92. Why Endure This? December 21st. I knew it was 20 something. Welcome to check. Oh, I was supposed to be. I was supposed to be charging you. All right, I gotta go. Um, and just let me put reposted. Reposted on. Um, trying to think what's in that video. All right, and let me take a screenshot. There we go. Make sure everything showed up. All right. Okay, I gotta go. First of all, I gotta charge my phone. Phones, plural. I expect they'll get rid of the strike and just leave the warning, because I already had a warning from another video that I got off of YouTube that was on the news. There's no reason to monitor me this much. I don't get that much traffic. Why are you monitoring me? Why are you watching me? Why? I'm insignificant. Kamala Harris Imhoff has got the election in the bag. Why does this bother you? Why? Because this is me. This is me. I am entitled to run for president of the United States. I'm a retired, disabled American. I've hid that from no one. If you can let Donald Trump work and he almost 80, and you can keep Joe Biden in there and he is 80, you shouldn't have a problem with me. My brain still works. My morals are not compromised. I'm telling you, I'm not going to do anything to destroy anyone's business, but regular Americans are going to have an opportunity. Regular immigrants are going to have an opportunity. Migrants are going to have an opportunity. Everything's not going to be under Golda D. Harris presidential administration. Everything is not going to be tailored to rich people and the upper echelon in society. You can't keep doing that decade after decade. It worked initially, and it's worked for the past 50 years. I'm 56. I'm about to turn 57 in 2 months under that Virgo. But you can't, and I stress this, you cannot be the president for Black people. You cannot be the president for white people when you have a country, an entire country full of Americans of all different backgrounds and ethnicity and races. We don't have anybody that's willing to be the president for everybody. Kamala is the president. And again, this is not a strike against her from my standpoint. But she's going to represent the Indian and the Jewish communities over any and everybody. And the Asians. She's not going to give Black people this rah-rah-rah that they think they want. She's not. That's not her interest. People are calling her two-faced. It's not that she's two-faced. It's just that she's trying to play, I'm going to help you, put me in, I'm going to give you Medicaid. The lady ain't two-faced. She didn't make this up. She didn't make this. She's just the next pawn to do what the capitalists want her to do. Y'all know that. Y'all know this. If you are an adult and if you are honest with yourself as an adult, you know, first of all, it's your fault because you stayed your ass home. It's your fault because your ass won't vote for somebody like me. I am you. It doesn't matter what country you came from if you're here legally, and if you're here illegally, I'm still your only friend. I'm going to give you the training. I'm going to work with the other countries to see how many there are collectively, where we can place you, where you're needed. But you're not going to keep replacing Americans' jobs and coming to our country at a rate that the capitalists are raising the cost of everything. And they're trying to work it in and say, well, it's inflation, but people didn't get any raises. You haven't spent any much more money on R&D, research and development. You haven't increased your fringe benefits, not French. But if you've done those three things, increased your wages, your research and development, or if you're not in research and development, you take a part of your money that you make and you reinvest it. If you haven't done those four things and increased benefit packages for your employees or retirement packages, then it's not inflation. It's not the cost of doing business. I know as president, people will work with me. What are they gonna do? Tell me no? Let's fix things. So over 3 years, I would be giving the majority of Americans who qualify $1,776 every week. Every week. That seems like we're going to put us in debt. But that $1,700, well, one of the weeks I'm going to keep $700 and put in the IRA account for you. Collectively in an IRA account. Not individually, but $700 collectively in an IRA, or however that they have to set it up in an account so it can gain it, so it can accumulate interest. You won't be entitled to the interest on the account. You'll be entitled to the money that's in the account. And then when I leave office, before I leave office, or a year before I leave, that's why I said it's only going to be for 3 years, because that next year, the people in my administration will have to set up your IRA account and put your money in an IRA account minus the interest. The interest is coming back into the general coffers. The money, the $1,700 that you're going to get for 3 weeks, and the 1,000 that you'll get for the 1 week, that is to make investments, to start businesses. If you make t-shirts, you now have a source to go out and buy the equipment that you need. Yes. You can get the insurance that you need. Yes. You can make a room in your house a business, and that's a tax write-off. Yes. You can get together with a group of friends and say, listen, let's start this company. We each are getting $1,700, and in 1 week, $1,000. So let's take 2 weeks and invest that into our business. And the other 2 weeks, we can help get ourselves out of our own personal debt, do things with our children that we could not do, pay off child support, pay off surcharges, motor vehicle, get Americans out of debt. And America and Americans, if you don't want that, okay, how are you hurting me? I just want somebody to tell me, if you don't want that, if you are an illegal migrant or your status is iffy, again, you're going to get on that boat. You're going to be trained. Not Saturdays and Sundays are your days off. You do what you want with your family. You can go to ports. You can't carry anything with you, and you can't bring anything back. You're not going shopping. But you can go to ports, and you can visit, and you can stretch your legs and get some air. You're not even going to intermix with the people in those communities. You're not. And if you do, you're going to find yourself knocked off the program, not let back on the boat. So try me. You're not going to a port and going into the country that you're in. You're just coming off, because some people you can't be on a boat constantly for 2 years. That's ridiculous. So a program to help manage you people. Don't look at me and say it's a micromanagement. It's exactly what the hell it is. Because you didn't stay in your country and try to change your government. You came here to my country, to our country. And you're making us pay. So like I said, I'm not a cool person. I'm not going to mistreat people who frankly, it's my fault that they're here anyway. Because we kept voting for the same Democrats and Republicans that were letting them in and telling us in our face that they're taking care of it. And they were not. That's why I always support our police officers. Because without our police officers, we don't have a community. And now they are being switched out. If you come from another country and you have a police background, sign up. They're waiving stuff and letting people come in. You believe that? Do you know what our officers have to do and pay for? And now they're liable, at least in New Jersey. They have to get insurance, liability insurance. For when they go out and they shoot somebody or harm somebody and it's not within their job capacity. They now have insurance so that if they get fired, if they get fired and they no longer work on the force or for the state, you can sue that insurance that they had and recover that way. That's the purpose of that. And it's unfortunate everybody has to pay for it, but now DOC, New Jersey Department of Correction, is not hiring people under the civil service, because under civil service, that's where you're liable. Now, Department of Corrections are looking for people in Delaware, New York, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey because their enrollments are low. They should have always been looking outside. All right, I got to go because my phone's going to turn off, and I got to chop this video up because it's 1 hour and 43 minutes. I'm going to keep this part in, but I did have to cut it down, and I might make it 2 videos instead of 1. Though probably not. I don't know that I can get this into a half hour or 35 minutes. But these are the things for those of you who are watching me that I will have in a Harris administration, because the $1,700 will garner $5,000, and then it's better to be taxed on $5,000 than $1,776. Yes. So we bring more money in by investing in our American citizens. It does not apply to if you came here illegally and you're working. That 30% that's of our workforce, money for the people don't apply to you. Put your time in. It's not a punishment. You just not do it. Put your time in. When I say put your time in, have worked for 10 years and paid into our tax system, not just the local, not your personal taxes. Paid 10 years or more into our FICA system, federal income taxes. I gotta go. I'm sure you're monitoring this, but I'm going to be out in those other states, and I'm going to be able to run this video. You that are watching me, we are tired. We don't want what you've been giving us anymore. We are not stupid. We were not stupid then, but nobody took the initiative to run for president, go out there and let other people know, and people putting me on their platforms and sending my videos out. You're not going to stop this. You are not. Watch what I do next. Have a good day. And if anybody watched this video and it's upsetting, don't be upset. If anybody watched this video and got excited, that's good. Be excited. But you know what? There's a life outside of politics. Enjoy your day. Just know that this is in the works and this is what you need to do. But live your life and enjoy your day. I certainly am. Have a good day. I can't wait to review this when I'm 100, 90, 80.